Today we're going to go back over the 2024 recruiting class, and we're going to re-go over Terry Bussey, 5-star ATH athlete, who is a hot name right now. And we went over the tape, but it didn't play through. We're going to do that again because we're going to get this right. But I came across some things searching him up while the video was loading yesterday, and the recruiting sites are really marketing him up, going to a lot of different collegiate programs. That's why the title was the way it was. They had him as a possibility to Alabama, LSU, Georgia, Texas A&M, and then you keep scrolling, and then you see pictures of him with Texas gloves at workouts, at 7-on-7s or wherever he was at, and then you see him with Oklahoma stuff on, and you see him here and you see him there. So really, he can go anywhere. He's committed to Texas A&M right now. That might be the place where he signs. However, nobody really knows unless you're really close to him. But what I can tell you, he's a dynamic athlete. Going over to On3 real quick, looking at where he's being ranked, top athlete in the nation. We went over this yesterday, but we're doing a quick snapshot right now. Top athlete in the nation, and the reason why is this guy runs a 10.6. This guy's bursty. This guy's fast. And you can put him everywhere on the football field. You can put him anywhere. We saw this on tape yesterday. Well, I did. You didn't, but you're going to. But it even says this in their scouting report. We did not pull this up yesterday. But first thing they say, do-it-all athlete who is arguably the best high school football player in the state of Texas. The thing about this, you can put him on defense. You can put him at running back. You can put him in the slots. He can play quarterback. He can definitely do that. It really depends on where he goes, though. There might be a quarterback already there. That's the thing that might log jam him up there. But honestly, you can put him anywhere. He is a dynamic playmaker. He's a guy that's super explosive. And I have to go over this tape again because I got to share this with you. You have to see this. But this guy is going to be a difference maker for his new collegiate program. And he's being pegged to go everywhere. All the top Power 5 schools. And Rivals is saying it. On3 saying it. 24/7 Sports is saying it. But you know what? We're going to have to pay attention to Terry Bussey. We are. And we're going to roll with the tape now. See this works this time. But we did this yesterday. And I did this. And I got to see it. And I'm going to tell you, this guy's explosive. This guy's got some pop in his step. Watch his movement skills. Watch his speed. Also watch him as a quarterback, too. Give him some props for that because he does have an arm on him. But watch his footwork, the way he moves. He's also got some defensive highlights as well. But whoever gets him is getting a tremendous talent. LSU just picked up a 2025 quarterback as a commit. That might be something that is in the back of his mind, but he's probably already got it made up. Maybe. He might stay with Texas A&M. We don't know. I don't know. And I'm not even going to guess. But I can definitely tell you, we got ourselves an athlete here who's got some rare speed, rare burst. And you look at his build here, you see some thickness, you see some stockiness, you see him run with the ball in his hands. You're seeing a guy here that you can put at running back. You can have him as your satellite back. You can have him as your main back. You can have him as a nickel corner. You can have him as a safety. You can have him as a corner. You'll see it, and then you see him throw some moon balls. This is a rare athlete that you don't get. So this is a mixed bag of tape here. So some of this is from his senior season or last year, and some of this is from the year prior. And that's just sometimes with these top prospects, they're already locked in as a top prospect, so they don't have to go as diligent with their tape. So I have to curate it and put it together. That way we have something to look at. So you're getting a little bit of everything, but I'm going to tell you what. He's so good you can't tell the difference, and that's also a good sign. That's a very good sign too, because he's able to transition quickly. If you want to look at more of the scouting report over at 24/7 Sports of me going over that, you can check that in the previous video. But these highlights is really enough to see, and what I went over with how these teams are looking at him and what's being propagandaed to us. I don't know where he's going to go. I can just read the tea leaves from what they say. I can tell you the recruiting sites only know so much when it comes to these prospects. They got a few intels at every program. Look at the burst there. Look at that. And then after that, the best people to get a hold of is people close to them. And that's going to be very hard to do. Look at the stiff arm. Look at him move. Laterally. Now we're going to pull away here. Remember, he just got touched up a little bit. That slows you down a shade. That's some burst and that's some speed. When you look at a prospect, look, moving laterally, chaining together moves already, and then they break it down because he's going to be doing more. When you look at these highlights at these top prospects, their highlights have to be highlights, as in they have to have a lot of big moments to drop your jaw, not just good plays. And he's got that. Look at that right there. Look at all those guys touching him, and he just has that contact balance. Eyes downfield, looking where to throw, feels pressure, and we're going to go. And you may think of him at like the quarterback position as he's just going too early. The dude runs a 10-6. The dude runs the 10-6. He can do that. There's not many quarterbacks that can do that. Now we're on defense. Watch this. We're going to get up in the hole. Bam. Bam. Imagine being a wide receiver and your quarterback strings you out a little bit. And a guy like this come from the safety spot, nickel corner spot, wherever, with that burst and that speed, gets to light you up because that's going to build up some inertia. He's assertive. He's aggressive. He's going to put his shoulder through you. There he is. Watch him catch him down. Catch his prey down like a gazelle. You can put him everywhere, and you got an athlete there that's just going to transition. He's going to transition quickly. Boom. Kick return. Watch him work here. Boom, boom. And when I say he's going to transition quickly, he's playing the quarterback position. You got to know all roles on the offense. You got to know the footsteps in the backfield so you're not running into your running back during the handoffs. You got to know the timing of your wide receivers. You got to be able to read defenses. So if he transitions to a slot receiver or running back or whatever, it's going to be a quicker transition for him because he's got an idea of everything. That's the thing about that, and he's doing it at a high level, or he wouldn't be here right now. And then also on top of that, you got him playing defense. And we know he can play ball at defense because he has we've seen it like, 2 or 3 plays, the intangibles to cover the distance, to really eat that cushion between the receiver and what he needs to get to make the tackle. And he's just slinging deep balls too. Granted, wherever he goes, they're probably already going to have a good quarterback. But maybe down the line, if they need an emergency quarterback, or if the quarterback they got not hitting right, and they decide to see what he's got, you might see him there. Because really, he can do it all. At 10-6 speed, though, wherever he's at, he's going to be a big get for your college program. Where do you think he's going to go? Where do you think he's going to go? Is he going to stay with A&M? He's rumored with all the big Power 5 schools, really. All the big Power 5 schools, mostly SEC. Mostly. If you wanted to play quarterback at a high-end level, man, Ohio State would be the spot because we know they're struggling there. He might have a chance. I know we got Aaron Oland, but man. However, anywhere. And that's not a prediction. That's me kind of making fun of Ohio State. Sometimes I'll say stuff that I read off recruiting sites or just say stuff in general just because of where they're at, where they visited lately, and people think I'm making a prediction. I usually don't make predictions of where they land because objectively, I don't know their coaches or the coaches of that school, or they haven't reached out to me or anything, and really it's just hearsay from the recruiting sites, and the recruiting sites don't know everything either. And look at the separation there. Look at the separation there. 10-6 speed, dude. That's up there. Like, going over all the wide receivers from last year's class, when we did all these videos going over every single prospect, he's one of the fastest. It's one of the fastest times. And you're getting him everywhere on the field. He's one of the fastest guys in this year's class. We'll cover a few faster guys, but they're not going to be as dynamic either. They're not going to be a former quarterback like this that's a headhunter on defense. they're not going to have the body type or the aggressiveness or the fluidness in their feet to be a running back to transition there. Or if you want to put them in the slot, get them the ball in space. You can do anything you want. You can play anywhere. And if I was him, like I said in the video yesterday, really think where you want to play in the position where you would obsess about the most, because you have upside talent everywhere. Even quarterback, you got it. You got that 10-6 speed. Wherever you go, top tier Power 5 level, more than likely they'll have something there at quarterback, and there's going to be a lot of top tier competition coming there. Your assets there, running back, defense, wide receiver, really wherever, you're going to be good. You just maximize your upside. That would be the one thing I'd tell them. Just go to the position and go to the school that has the position open for you to obsess over. Like if you obsess over running back over slot receiver, then that's where you need to be. If you obsess over killing people, being a defensive back, then that's where you need to be. That's what I would tell him if I was talking to him. But man, Bussey is a solid prospect. Everybody wants him. And I had to go over him again. I'm going to leave that old video up because I covered a lot of good nuggets from his scouting report. And plus, if I make a mistake, I wanted to keep it up there, especially if the video didn't roll right. But I'm going to make sure this one rolls right. What we saw here was a tremendous athlete, top-tier athleticism, good burst. He's assertive. He's aggressive. He can play everywhere. He can play on defense. He covers the space quickly. He can eat up that cushion and get to the tackler. He's aggressive, and he'll put the shoulder through you, whether it's on offense or defense. He can play quarterback too. He can throw it deep. He can make that happen. He runs a 10-6. If the space is open, he's taking it. And if that's at running back, yeah. If it's that slot receiver and it's a screen pass, yeah, that's going to happen. If that's at quarterback, yeah, that's going to happen. You give him any green, he's gone. If he gets green, he's going to take it. He's going to smoke it. He's going to take that. That's what we're looking at here with Terry Bussey. That is what we're looking at here. A top-tier prospect, a top-tier athlete that can play anywhere and be dynamic, especially give him time to develop into that role. But he's going to have the requisite knowledge of the majority of the positions there to make that step forward. And that's exciting. I'm excited to see what he does, because this is a prospect that is very fun. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.